Hi, Gemini. My name is Natasha, and welcome to my channel, Mercurial 8 Tarot. Now, today, what I'm going to do is a general reading to see what is the energy currently flowing around you. The next reading that I do is going to be one for February 2023, and in that reading, I will discuss the month, the overall for the month, and also the astrological transits. But for this one is going to be general in nature. Now, Gemini, we just had the Chinese New Year, and in honor of that, what I chose to do for all 12 signs was consult the I Ching. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but it's a form of Chinese divination. It's clairomancy. The I Ching is based on the Book of Changes. So nothing in this life ever stays the same. Everything is in a constant flux. So what the I Ching shows you, it shows you the present situation. It shows you changes that can occur and what the future may hold based on their hexagrams. Now, I'm going to list the hexagram in the description box below with the changes so you can look more deeper into it if you desire. But the one that I pulled for Gemini, I pulled hexagram 38, which is the hexagram of opposition. So this hexagram, it indicates some sort of stalemate or impasse between two opposing forces. This could be you and another person, you and a goal that you have, or this could be you within yourself, internal struggles. Now, what is key about this hexagram is that you need to identify and evaluate your situation. Any situation that you have in which you face opposition or challenges with other people, and take the steps necessary to deal with it or to make some sort of improvements. You had many changes, Gemini, but then again, you're also a very busy sign. You had changes in line 2, 4, 5, and in line 6. So line 2, the changes to line 2, if you are at an impasse with someone else, try your best to reconcile the differences. It's also a line that talks about meeting on a narrow street. So for you, you can also be meeting someone on a narrow street, meeting someone by chance. Changes to line 4, it talks about getting out of isolation and making new connections with people who share similar interests to you. So again, avoid overdoing the hermit mode. Changes to line 5 talks about when you do meet people, don't project onto the people that you meet. Initial impressions may not be correct, so you need to learn to see past the facade. You need to learn to overcome those initial judgments where you have on people where you automatically label them as such, because they may not be that. You might meet someone that initially may rub you the wrong way, but this person may very well turn out to be a great friend or just a great companion in the future. So again, don't go off initial impressions too much because when it comes to someone that you may meet, you may actually share a lot more things in common than you actually expect. Changes to line 6 talks about you being authentic and showing your true colors. When you present yourself in a genuine way, in an authentic way, other people will feel comfortable to show their true colors as well. So that's going to be important. And also, it does talk about like defenses being very high as well. Now, the hexagram transforms into hexagram 2, which is difficulty at the beginning. Difficulty at the beginning is one of these hexagrams that tells you that just because something is difficult in the initial stages doesn't mean that you need to give up, or doesn't mean that you quit, and it doesn't mean that the challenges will remain there for a long period of time. Things could be hard at the start, but you're able to overcome that. So rather than quitting the challenge, strive to overcome those initial difficulties. And if you have any issues, go to your friends for advice. Go to the trusted confidants. Now, for you, the overall energy is the Knight of Cups. So, the Knight of Cups is really all about following your heart, following the guidance that is internal, following the guidance from within. When it comes to dealing with other people, it's about you being very tactful, being very graceful. But Knight of Cups can also represent romance or attraction, and something that can very well enter into your life that perhaps you don't expect. Now, when it comes to the Knight of Cups, because we are in the entering the month of love, try to have realistic expectations in regards to love and in regards to romance, because the Knight of Cups can get away with like the dreaminess of it, but it does suggest again that you're very gentle, that you're very caring. Now, for you, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a card of evaluation, evaluating what it is that you're doing. There could be things that you're working on that haven't been paying off or are taking time to pay off. Again, it's all about having patience, giving it effort, cultivating your relationships, growing whatever it is that you're doing. Have patience and persevere, because good things, they take time. External to you in the environment, you have the Judgment energy. So Judgment energy can indicate a resurrection of a past issue comes up and you have to deal with it. A resurrection of a past pattern, because it can bring something up from the past. Judgment is also about like initial judgments that we have on other people. Again, your hexagram spoke about it. When you meet someone, there's the all of a sudden deciding on who and what they are without really getting to know them. So again, don't make snap judgments when it comes to people. But judgments can also indicate like someone from the past returning or resurrecting, or an old situation that was not handled properly or was handled poorly. Again, coming back up for some sort of renewal, for some sort of forgiveness. There can also be a sort of energy of thinking about forgiving someone, or, thinking about like making some sort of turning point within your relationship with an individual. Now you have the Empress and the Four of Wands. Empress and the Four of Wands, it can mean a very good period of abundance and prosperity, but one that is high when it comes to creativity, the things that you want to do. Empress is Venus. So Venus represents money. One, it represents money. So Empress is all about abundance when it comes to finances, finding ways to make new money, finding ways to increase money, enjoying your money. That's what the Empress energy represents. Empress and the Four of Wands can also be focusing on beauty, focusing on your looks, focusing on how you feel, and also your self-esteem. Like it's on the rise. It's a very positive energy. When it comes to family relations, Empress is the mother and Four of Wands is the home. So your mother or a mother figure can be rather important for you. There could be also pregnancy in the air, announcements of pregnancy as well, celebrations of a birth, celebrations of a baby shower, gender reveal. Like that's the type of energy around the Empress. But Empress and the Four of Wands is hitting a certain plateau or a certain phase of massive growth and a lot of creativity. Empress and the High Priestess. When it comes to your psychic abilities or your intuitive abilities, especially for women, like the woman's intuition, that's basically what it talks about. Woman's intuition is strong. So if you're a woman, your intuition is strong. If you're a man, listen to the woman's intuition. Your mothers, your sisters, your friends, your partners, woman's intuition is powerful at this time. Empress and the High Priestess can also be growth, spiritual growth, growing your gifts, growing your abilities, feeling more confident in regards to that as well. There can be also dreams in regards to mothers in the air too. High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. High Priestess and the Knight of Swords is know what to fight for and know what is not worth fighting for, because the Knight of Swords can be a knight of conflict. There can also be the energy of you knowing people's intention as they come to you. And because you have an internal knowing, again, you're very assertive when it comes to your words. But the Princess of Swords also speaks to changes, changes that could be happening, changes that could be big, changes that could be fast. There can also be some sort of visit to your home as well, because this Knight of Swords is headed Four of Wands to home or visits to family, rushing over to see family or spending time with them. Someone could also, in terms of the family, they could be rambunctious, or they could just be doing things that defy other people's expectations too. High Priestess and the Three of Swords. High Priestess and the Three of Swords can be that you're dealing with some sort of spiritual work that is difficult, like some sort of shadow work, some sort of like exploring spirituality, but at the same time, it's kind of like exploring something that has to do with pain, that has to do with disappointment, or that has to do with regrets. Three of Swords and Five of Pentacles energy. One of the things that for you, you have a period of abundance and incredible creativity. Just make sure to watch your spending, because Three of Swords and Five of Pentacles energy, there could be something sudden and unexpected as well. Some sort of like sudden hardship, or some sort of tightening up of the belt as well. There could also be something that you want to do that unfortunately the finances are just not there, or things are not lining up. I do see that one of the major themes that you're going to be dealing with is going to be your confidence, or having confidence in terms of your abilities with the Five of Pentacles, having confidence in dealing with issues that you're insecure about, that you're unsure about. That's definitely going to come up. When it comes to finances, again, with the Five of Pentacles is tight finances, is debt, or is dealing with issues in regards to poverty or loss, financial loss. So make sure to save for a rainy day. Don't get yourself like over the head, or like, oh, like too much into something. Don't overspend when it comes to this, because it can lead to some sort of financial loss. Make wise decisions when it comes to your money. There can also be someone that is unemployed, lost a job as well, and it's put in a hard situation or in a difficult position. Three of Swords turns into the Sun. So it's almost as if like your pain or your hardship changes in a very drastic way. You either become more positive, or anything that you were hurting about, all of a sudden, like you're liberated or free from, because the Sun can very well represent like that ultimate freedom, where I finally find my happiness as well. Now, Sun energy in like the future position, it does show that you're headed towards a time of either good luck, or a time when you're going to be confident in the way that you express yourself. There's something that you're going to be doing that that not only is it fun, not only is it freeing, but it like restores you. It restores you emotionally. It could restore you spiritually. It could also restore you financially as well. You have the Sun and the Hermit. So I do feel like in the future, you're gonna be very sociable, but it's like you oscillate between being very open and being very shut. That's the energy I see. I see open and shut. Also, there could be very positive news coming to you from a Virgo. There could also be positive news coming to you from a Cancer, Libra, or Taurus. So that is important. Now, I pulled Lenormand for aspects of life. And when it comes to you, you have the bridges. So the bridges is all about connections, making new connections, overcoming situations, like crossing from point A to point B. So you could be meeting lots of people. The bridges, at least when it comes to this card, the bridge itself is pretty narrow. And in the hexagram, in the I Ching hexagram, you did pull meeting on a narrow street. So there could be, again, some sort of connection that you're making that is going to be rather important. Two of Coins energy, a balancing act, making connections and balancing your responsibilities. There could also be a back and forth that you have between point A or point B, your city or another city, something like that. Bridges is also about, financial balance as well. So things balancing themselves out. If you were also having a rough patch, two of coins means that you're able to adapt or things that come into balance for you. It also shows when it comes to the connections that you're making. Um, you could be connecting to someone that is incredibly resourceful for you. When it comes to love, you have the stork. The stork can indicate pregnancy, and you have the empress here. So, again, there can be pregnancy in the air, there could be a birth as well. You have the stork in summer solstice, so some of you might be giving birth around the summertime. Some of you can potentially become pregnant during the summertime, but the stork talks about changes, herald of change, and is positive in nature. Your love life is going to experience a lot of changes, not only in the summer, but in a few weeks. Summer solstice, at least that card, is all about going out, letting go of control issues, and celebrating life and having fun. Now, when it comes to your career, you have the scythe and the knight of coins. Scythe can be some sort of cut or reduction. And I know that there's a lot of like companies out there that are making cuts. It could be a layoff, a cut in terms of pay. Scythe can also indicate that in terms of your career, there are sudden changes that happen out of the blue. All of a sudden, you were working, and then something happened, and it was quick, like quick sudden changes and quick sudden decisions. But you do have the knight of coins, so regardless of what happens suddenly, it urges you to really remain practical, remain conservative in terms of your approach, remain persistent, and just be responsible when it comes to your work. If there's something interfering in your work that you also have to cut out, again, cut it out and become more productive. Now, for you, external to you in your environment, you have the ship and the six of swords. So, ship and the six of swords could be someone that is at a distance that is traveling to you, someone that is foreign. It could also be like foreign travel or long distance travel, because the ship can indicate, again, someone from a different culture, someone in a different city. And you do have the bridges, so there can be some sort of connection between cities. But the ship talks about movement and moving forward. Six of Swords is all about overcoming any hardship or any issues. So both are cards of movement. When it comes to the ship takes you from this place to the next. Six of Swords will be a transition, and it takes you from a dark area or a challenging area into a more calm and comfortable one. So it's like there's something moving here. But it's moving across distances, and not only that, it's moving across time, but it's moving in the right direction. It's moving in a forward direction. So there could also be something in terms of your environment that was difficult at first, like difficulty at the beginning, and then overcoming that hardship or resolving any conflict. Now, for some of you, there could also be, again, moving forward with some sort of trip. Coming in, you have the Rider and the Queen of Cups. So there could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, someone that comes visit you, because the Rider can indicate the arrival of a new person. If you are a single man, it can be that you meet a new person, a new woman, Queen of Cups energy, someone that's kind, someone that is nice, someone that is sort of like cute in a way, very warm. That's the energy. A writer can also talk about news or messages that come in that are romantic in nature with the Queen of Cups energy, or that are pleasing to you, that are healing to you as well, like receiving healing messages. Rider and the Knight of Cups. There could also be, again, some sort of Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio traveling for you, which is important. A friend traveling to you, a friend traveling around during this period. Unexpected and what you don't see coming. Page of Swords in the Mountain could be a problem, some sort of problem that you find out about. There can also be challenges in terms of some sort of news that you receive. Page of Swords is kind of like a news that might have taken a long time, something that gets delays or delayed overall. That's the Page of Swords energy. There could also be challenges with someone that is younger in nature. Uh, so it could be a young person or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Now, you could also have challenges that you don't expect based on certain things that you find out. Because the Page of Swords finds stuff out. And the Page of Swords is always vigilant and always watching. So it could be that you watch something or you see something and then, that's there's some sort of issue there, something that you see about another person, or something that you notice that all of a sudden you're reviewing something and you notice the detail, or you pick up on something and then you have to deal with that problem, or you have to deal with that challenge. So that is what I see for you. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini. Bye.